Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dick Polipnick here with Online Growth Systems. In today's episode, it's kind of late at night, and I was just up late doing some work, and I just kind of wanted to touch on a subject that's been on my mind lately. I've been hearing a lot of different entrepreneurs, or just people in general, really, talking about how they think Twitter is done. They think Snapchat is going on the downward spiral, and ironically, they're looking a lot at their stock price, which really is not a good indicator, I think, of coming trends or trends that will last, just because financial gamblers are betting that it will or will not continue to do well as a company. But in the end, it's not really the investors that will, the stock market people that will decide whether a company makes or breaks it. It's going to be the consumers who do that. And then the stock investors are just merely trying to predict what the consumers will do, and that's what their merits should be based on. But I just kind of wanted to talk about why people think they're going on the downward spiral, and I think because they're looking at like Vine, they're looking at MySpace, different platforms that have become popular and then risen to the number one and then fallen months later. Like, I think Vine was like 18 months in its full prime, and they see how they can just collapse and completely go out of business within a year. And I think they're trying to use that same cookie cutter approach to all platforms, but I don't think that's true. I mean, you look at like CNN, ABC, MSNBC, all these different news platforms that are on TV and television, or even radio, you know what I mean? These platforms have been around for, 100 years. And why is it that the second that internet came up that they didn't disappear? Well, because there's 2 generations before us that are still using those platforms, and they're sustaining them. And I think the same thing's going to happen with our modern day platforms. Someday, depending on how old you are watching this, if you're a millennial or Generation Y or Z, and you grew up using Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat, you're more than likely going to be using, if not those platforms very similar, or ones that I think already exist. I think Facebook will be around till the day I die. I seriously do. And that's one of my predictions, is that it's going to be like a CNN, it's going to be a Fox News, it's going to be one of those platforms. It's going to be an HBO, a Disney, whatever you want to call it. It's a media outlet that will last the generation that helped found it. And just like those news ones lasted for our parents and our grandparents, I think that these current social media platforms will last for our generation. And then our kids will grow up with using a different platform, and the same cycle will happen over and over. Now, those platforms can choose to either change with the times and adapt to target younger audiences, or they can be like Vine and they can lose their luster and eventually wither out. Now, I can't predict which ones will do that, but I can say that I think the ones that, some of them that people think are going to die, I don't think they will. I think that Twitter will last longer than most people think. I think that Facebook will last till the day I honestly die. I cannot see anything in the near future replacing it. Instagram's kind of a toss-up. I guess we'll see with some of the different changes that they're making right now. Snapchat, I think, is, as you can see, many like Facebook, Instagram, even Messenger are copying Snapchat stories. And I think that if Snapchat can continue to innovate and being the leading edge like they have been for the last 3-4 years, I think they will continue to be the number one used frequency of app. You know, if you look at how often somebody checks an app, Snapchat's like number one. It's been number one for like 2 or 3 years. So I think if they continue to innovate like they have been, you know, they first came out with filters and they came out with stories. Now they're coming out with locations. I think they can continue to hold the upper hand as long as they keep that innovative atmosphere in their culture. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that in today's video, and comment below what you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Why do you think I'm right? Why do you think I'm wrong? And if the year is 2018 and I was proven false or was proven wrong, and maybe Facebook got replaced by something bigger, better, cooler, faster, stronger, yeah, comment below, make fun of me, go for it. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Make sure that you share this video if anybody is kind of in that industry, if you own a business or if you own a brand that you're trying to reach out and expand your audience and maybe increase your sales online through any of these platforms. This is an extremely helpful topic that I think needs to be discussed. And comment any questions below. Otherwise, contact me at onlinegrowthsystems.com and we can see if I can help you out in another video. Thanks, guys.